Okay, now the ecosystem archetype of the trainer. We know that the archetype ecosystems, there were four types of environment which an organization might be operating, and those are those quadrants are, or those segments are comprised of complexity and orchestration, two factors like complexity and orchestration and their intensity. So now from the given information, we know that if we look at the complexity, because of the low upfront investment in major cost being variable, barrier to entries are low. Threat of the new entrant is high. Material is prepared by trainers and not copyrighted, so capabilities are easy to copy, right? This information was given in your pre-scene that course materials are prepared by the trainers, and no information has been given that trainer is getting those content copyrighted, and it was specifically mentioned that trainer would be asking their trainers to prepare their material themselves, and they would not even be paying them for that material. Even if they cancel a course like a day before the course was supposed to be conducted, the trainer would not be paying anything to their trainer. So trainer is operating in a low complex complex environment. And from the other information, that like the master class information that is being given in the financial part of the pre-scene, uh, we know that there might be some other training companies also operating in the same environment. So from that information, we could make it out that trainer is operating in a low complex environment. And now, if we talk about the orchestration, can somebody tell me that what is actually orchestration is?
Orchestration is the extent of organization to which they can influence decision within the industry.
Exactly. Orchestration is that the one major player in the industry, how they could influence the other industries, and are there any defined rules and regulation according to which they or the ecosystem players are coordinating with each other. So orchestration is the extent of an organization's influence over the others within an ecosystem, right? So the information that has been given, we do not find any information which could indicate that there is an orchestrator which is like orchestrating the ecosystem. Orchestrator, as I have already told you, like orchestration comes from the orchestra, where one person, the sitting there in uh, what they call this, uh, वो जो सिडनी में है उसको क्या कहते हैं, opera. And you must have seen that on in videos that on when they do the performance in opera, there would be an orchestrator who would be orchestrating the whole music, this whole music thing. There would be a lot of musicians playing their music, so the one guy would be controlling all the musician in order to create a synchronized, synchronized kind of music, right? So here we know that no one organization can influence the other. Interaction among the ecosystem players not rule based. There is no defined rule. uh, there are no strong regulations within the ecosystem. Training companies are free to operate their own way, right? So the trainer operating in a loose orchestration environment. So in accordance to these two parameters, trainers fall in a Shark Tank quadrant, and trainer will identify the opportunities and will align its capabilities with it. When an organization is operating in a loose orchestration environment, then every organization would be would be fighting the competition individually. They would be identifying their opportunities, and they would then be aligning their capabilities in order to capitalize those opportunities. So competition is intense among the players, and customer or the delegates, the specific name that they have given to their customer is the delegates, have a low switching cost. We know that most of the time, like except for the bespoke courses, might be in certain cases, your delegates might not change, uh, uh, but in the long run, your customers could even switch on the bespoke courses as well. So the existing players and the new entrants would be ready to take advantage of any opportunity to delivering the training to the customers. Now, if you see any question, this is not enough information. If you would be expanding this information, you could come up with a nice answer on the ecosystem of the trainer, right? Is it clear? Okay. uh, Now let's move ahead.